And it's finally here. VHS 99. Currently streaming on Shudder. Well, shit, man. Let's just get right into the story, man. Let's get into the first one. So it's called Shredding. Directed by Maggie Levin. It's about a group of friends who is also a band. They decide it's a good idea to check out this place called the Colony Underground, where a popular punk band burned to death down there from a freak accident, okay? Thing about these friends is they like to prank each other a whole lot. And that continues once they enter the colony deal thing. And the pranks go on until one of them decides he's out because he's over the shit. But you already know, if the bodies of that band are still down there, the dead will always come out to play. This one honestly didn't do much for me overall, dude. I mean, I did enjoy the band come back and the look of them when you see them as the dead, I guess you could say. But the story and execution was kind of meh, just kind of you know. Very predictable, which is fine, but it just wasn't creative behind the predictability. So I felt this is one of the weaker stories. The next one is called Suicide Bid, directed by Johan Roberts. It's about sorority sisters making a girl who wants to join prove herself by staying in a casket overnight. And supposedly, rumor has it, another girl tried this in the past as well, but died and haunts that gravesite at night. Will she visit the girl while she lay in the casket too? Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, dude. This was the blandest story of them all, dude. I didn't care about the main girl in this one at all. I didn't care that she got stuck in the casket and got left behind. The ending fell flat because you kind of saw it a mile away. Like I said, just like the first story, the creativity, dude, just wasn't there. And honestly, dude, the first two stories, the creativity so far in this, it's just lacking. Seriously lacking. Not much else to say about this one anyhow, so let's move on. The next one's called Ozzy's Dungeon, directed by Flying Lotus, and it's about a kids gaming show that has physical challenges, and the winner gets a huge prize at the end. Problem is, no kid has ever won the game because it's rigged for you to always lose. And the host, Ozzy, is the man at center stage. He seems like a nice and likable dude, but behind the scenes, he's a dick and gives two fucks about these kids. But there's one contestant's parents who have something coming to the host, and he will never see it coming. Dude, you know what? Finally, a good story. Thank you, God. This one is a total throwback to the old games you'd see like on Nickelodeon, like Guts and Double Dare. I don't know. Some of you young ones probably have no clue what the hell I'm talking about. Anyhow, this story makes total fun of these shows, and I love how they show the behind the scenes and how things ain't always fun in games. It's, dude, hella funny, dude. Hella funny. Yeah, and this one has crazy ass twists and turns, dude. It starts out with games, you know, the game show, then goes in a total different direction where you're sitting there kind of like, what the fuck is happening? Then it gets even stranger at the end. This shit's all over the place. But what I'm trying to say is I really like this one. The ending's a little weird, but I gotta say this though. Kudos for doing something different, okay? A good one for sure. So up next is called The Gawkers, directed by Tyler McIntyre. It's about buddies who prank each other and horse around, kind of like the first story, the pranking stuff. But anyways, though. But then one day though, there's a really cute ass girl moves across the street from one of the guys. So with boys being boys, you know, they've got to, you know, get their close up and see what she does when the curtains are closed at night, you know, in her house, right? So in a very shady way, they find a way to add spyware to her computer so they can see her through her camera when she's on her computer. But what they finally see may not be what they were looking for. So yeah, this is a decent story, but kind of similar to the first story where, you know, the friends are pranking each other and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, once the story goes on, it changes up, thank God. But the ending was pretty cool, though. I knew shit was going to go down, you know, once the spyware was installed. I mean, you kind of see where it's going to go, but I'll say this, though, dude. They took a really surprising direction with it, though. This one literally goes from 0 to 100, dude, once the shit hits the fan, dude. It's pretty wild. And it actually works. So I'll say the opening, so-so. But it had a strong ending, though, so I definitely like that. But anyhow, last but not least, To Hell and Back, directed by Vanessa and Joseph Winter. And it's about two buddies documenting witches performing a sacrifice, and somehow they get transported into hell or a place similar to it. Now, they have to find a way back to the real world. The thing is, though, they have a limited time to do so. Minutes, and I mean in the literal sense, minutes to get back into the real world. I love this one, dude, and a great way to close the movie, dude. Joseph Winter, who's the co-director, also acts in this. The dude's awesome, dude. He was great in Deadstream as well. And I'll just say this: there's some hidden Easter eggs in this story that you may notice if you actually pay attention. That actually have something to do with Deadstream as well. So if you see him, dude, let me know. This one is funny, scary, bloody, and just well done. When it comes to found footage, dude, I love this style of movie making. The style that these guys put together, because it's just so fun and entertaining, dude. And I also have to add the funny ass banter in there as well. Dude, they say shit that you're thinking, dude, when certain situations come up, dude. This one just hit right, dude. The best story of the anthology overall, dude. This best one. But overall, though, when it comes to VHS 99, I'll say it was okay. I feel it started off with two stories that weren't as interesting or creative, which had me kind of worried about the last three stories, but they made up for it. And I left feeling okay. I enjoyed the old callbacks, the way they dressed. The anti-establishment shit was so real, dude, because I remember being that way too. The way people would discuss the bands of, that just reminded me when I was a kid, dude. Go-Gurt and Hot Pockets, enough said. But for the most part, these stories brought back a time that I'm very familiar with. Gave me a bit of that nostalgic feel. I can't say that this is one of the better ones of the franchise. VHS 2 still reigns supreme, dude, as the best one, in my opinion. This one may be somewhere in the middle. I'm not quite sure yet. I have to probably watch it again. But I recommend you check it out for yourself. It's good. It's entertaining enough to watch, that's for sure. And don't forget, VHS 94 is coming next year. Anyhow, that's all for today, folks. Stay nasty, my friends. And I'll see you at the next one. Shay Nasty out.
I'll see you.